Hello everyone, this is Rebecca from Rebecca's Beautiful ASMR Addiction. We are going to sort some beads today, so I'm glad that you could be with me. Put my napkin out here so we don't lose any beads. They tend to roll around a lot. This is just a piece of shell. This is a stone that I bought from a craft store. And these are round wooden button type of beads. And I'm putting all of these into my 35mm film containers. We'll see if this works out, because I might have more beads of each kind than what will fit in each container, but we'll see. I'm also just very interested in the sounds of the lids and how these beads will sound inside of the containers. Not goes in part way, but so these larger items I'm going to put off to the side, because those are the things that won't fit. Well, they would eventually, but I do not know how many I have of each. And I don't know if I have enough of these 35mm film bottles or not, so. I've been just keeping my beads loose in this glass jar because I haven't been working on any jewelry making in a while, so these green shiny beads remind me of something. Green bottle flies. I don't know. Something gorgeous. Like black pearls or something. But they're green. Almost a blue-green turquoise color. More green than blue though. I've got of those, but we'll see. So, I was going to have all of this in one video, but I decided after opening up all of these boxes of film that it had a different sound to putting beads in the canister than the sounds of opening up film and playing with it. It was so different. And I do love the sounds of these lids and these canisters, but the film inside of them sounded a lot different than the beads going inside of them, so I decided to separate them. So it's going to be film canister week, doing two different things. these are just kind of oblong shaped pearls. These, I just don't even know what to call those beads. Like antiqued metal beads. Square wooden beads here. These are like a very dark blue, I believe. Same color as these. I just don't know how many I have of each kind, you know? Let's see. Here is a kind of, I don't even know what you call this. It's like a crystal, but it's got this blue color. What do you think that is? I don't know, but I fell in love with it when I saw it at the store. These are like an iridescent, I don't know what you call this, just clear beads. You know, one of the things I do, and anyone can do this, is you just go to a thrift shop or a secondhand shop and just grab yourself some old jewelry that has beads on it that you like, and then just pull them apart. Then you have all these beads to use or choose, pick from, and put it together in a way that you like, you know. Because a lot of these necklaces I don't like the arrangement that they've put together, and you just want to have something in a design that you like, you know. There's so many beads here, there's absolutely no way that I'm going to get all of them put into containers. I can't, but I'm sure as heck going to try. Some of these beads are newer and some of them are older. Is that the same? No, it's not the same style. Recently I got a request for looking at or pulling jewelry from a glass jar, and I hope this sounds enough like that so we can cover that request too, because I do like the sound of these beads in this glass jar. Okay, new container for these blue. Now see, I loved this bracelet, but it fell apart. I was so sad. I wore it many years ago in a couple of my videos, but when it broke, I thought, no, I'm not throwing this away. I'm saving these beautiful beads. I don't buy new ones. I think the little pink rocks are the only ones that I actually bought new. And maybe some of these fake gems, but see, these are like an egg-colored, soft white bead, slightly oval shape. Oh, there's there's more of those. Gosh, there's a lot of these. I might have to split the container between different sizes, perhaps. There's some tiny little wooden beads. I don't know how many I have of those. If something is similar, I might end up doubling up or something. If I want to get serious and find a place for everything. There's a lot of these. I don't even know what you call this, you guys. I did buy those from Michael's, I think. It looks like a bunch of rocks pressed together. I don't know. It's probably some kind of acrylic or something made to look like a stone. But I fell in love with them. Yes, I think I see 3 sets so far of things I've bought from craft shops. Pink. A big yellow something or other. These are ones I think I only have a couple of, but there's a lot of those. Let's see. Here's some shells, and I think I have a lot of these. They're threaded. I mean, I think they each have a hole. Might end up with a few of those. They're so delicate, so tiny. Okay, here's more of those wooden beads. I wonder. They look like vitamins. I feel like I'm filling in. I feel like I'm filling up my vitamin bottles. I have, what do you call it? A monthly pill container. And I have to, I don't follow specific dates or days. I have the same thing every night. So all I have to do is just fill them up for a month and then just take them every night. And so that's what this sounds like to me when I'm doing my pills, putting them together for the month. Or maybe a pharmacist when they fill up the pill bottles. I don't know. One of the sounds I like best is when the lid is on and I shake it a little bit, shake the bottle, and it hits the lid. That's a cool sound. Okay, so like I was saying, my little pile on the right here is just things that I don't think I'm going to have a lot of, or that won't fit. So the little wooden ones. I think there's about 5 of those pink stones. And they're too big for these bottles. Okay, here's a bunch of white ones. They look like they have an octagonal or hexagonal shape. Another one of those. There's just too many of those. I'm not going to be able to reach my hand in here for very much longer. I don't think. So many of these. I'll bet it's going to take 2 of these bottles to fill it up. Hair. Always hair. If it isn't mine, well, I should say there's more cat hairs that I collect than my own. Okay, let's see. Shell. Here's a shell. There's more shells. There's a lot of those. But they're so thin and light. I don't think I'll take more than 1 bottle for them. Look at this. Look at this. If I find any more, I'm gonna have to break them up. There's another blue crystal. Such amazing colors. And more of those stone. These, the crystals and the stone ones that I bought, they hang long. So the hole that's drilled through it is on the very tip. So they hang by the end. So very cool. I have made a necklace with both of them on it. If you've watched any of my jewelry making videos, which are not really exciting because I don't think I have a very good sense for making jewelry. So many whites, you guys, so many white beads. And these are white. There's a turquoise. That's also from a broken bracelet, I believe. It's so pretty. Some of these make such a loud clank in the bottle that I have to be careful. Getting somewhere. This jar seems like it's emptying out some. Look here, look here. There's simply not enough room for these. I have got to pick out another bottle and separate the larger from the smaller. As soon as I get more out, I will do that. I remember that pink bead from something. I used to have a choker, and when that broke, I saved the bead. Here's a couple more. There's a lot of these shells. Okay, I'm gonna just set that there, and who knows how many I have of these little circular things. They're wooden buttons. Okay, put that down. I should leave the lids off, but I like that sound, the rattle. But if I leave the lids off, I'll be able to identify what it is better. That is the more crystal looking beads. They look crystally to me. Definitely a purple shade. Could be lavender. And shiny. Okay. Pretty. Hair. No, plastic. Okay. Okay, let's see here. I can't hardly get my hand in there. Reach in from the side, that works. Sure makes it easier to dig. Find what I'm looking for. There's a bunch of these. Oh boy, this is gonna get messy now. Alright. See, I told you I have to have 2 bottles of this now. I'll put the bigger ones in this bottle here. Okay. I am so gonna drop these. I feel like I'm gonna drop them. See, they want to roll right off the table if you, or even just they could fall out of your hand. Do I need, I have to hold on to them so tight. I know it makes it harder for you guys to see what I'm doing, but I don't want to drop them. I'm telling you, because if I drop them, it's going halfway across the room on the floor, and I'll never find it. Isn't that the way, you guys? Except for those kind of beads. The round ones are the ones I'm talking about. Those would just fall plop straight down. Shell, and let's see here. We've got another rock. I wonder if 2 containers are going to be necessary for those. This one's okay. White beads. be a lot that falls out that I won't have a place for. There's so many beads that there are only a few of that kind. I could, what was I saying earlier, where you could just join together types that look similar or alike, in case I don't have enough containers. But they have to be clear so I can see what's in them, or this whole little project is a waste of time. Because even if you labeled containers that you couldn't see, you wouldn't know what they look like just by a description unless you knew your bead inside out. Unless you went through the trouble of, say, putting a little hard copy of the bead on the outside, which some places that sell beads might do that, but not me. No. We are going to tell by looking through the bottle. So pretty. That sound. Okay, more shells. And more whites. Those are wooden white beads. These are the regular plastic white beads. They're slightly shiny, but they're just an opaque, ordinary white bead with odd shapes. So I think I'm going to need 2 bottles for that. Here are more of those. And these go in there. It's just one. Here's more shells. You know what? That can go in there. I believe these shells all have holes in them for stringing, but I'm not positive. And that's not what I'm about today. I'm not examining everything. I'm just sorting and organizing. And I got the request for the 36 millimeter canisters. I thought, no, can't do that. Don't know what I'll do with them. And so that's when I thought of using them to sort my beads with. But by the time I got done opening and closing the film canisters, and I thought, yeah, that took 20 minutes. 20 minutes is a decent amount of time. But the beads sound so different, and I really didn't think I would be able to find any way to fiddle with film. But lo and behold, I did. With my Prime, I have a premium account with YouTube, and the reason that I absolutely love YouTube Premium is because there is a setting. You have to do it on individual videos. You can't set it for all of them, but you can. Another donkey. You can. There's a feature that allows you to loop a video. It will play all night long if you love that sound, and it is worth every penny to me. I have a channel that I listen to that I absolutely love. Besides my own videos, it's my go-to, and it is called Numb, as in can't feel your fingers. Numb. Okay, so that's the first word. Numb Mind ASMR. And I don't mean to be promoting her channel necessarily, it's just telling you about what I do. And the reason I love her channel is because she makes camera sounds. She has some kind of a camera that she films with that she can make sounds with. It's called camera adjusting, or it's just, I don't know why, but that is a humongous trigger of mine. If I was going to listen to my own videos, for my favorite triggers, it would be my what do you call it? Makeup rummage. Absolutely love the sound of digging through makeup. And those plastic sounds, I don't know what it is about those plastic sounds, like, for instance, not Legos, but I do a video with Duplo blocks, and oh my gosh, and they're not like a big hit on my channel, but I love them. Pencil and pen rummages, those are one of my other favorite triggers. I mean, just no fail. Okay, let's just dump it all out and see what we've got here. No more glass sounds, I'm afraid. We've got to just be able to see it all from here. Look at all these shells. That might be all there is of those. There's going to be a lot more of these tiny little shells, but I can see them better. Boy, you can really see them now. I wish I could have kept making the glass sounds, but... Oh, and I do love the sound of organizing nail polish bottles. I want to, I have a video of organizing and playing with marbles. Oh my goodness, that sound is so wonderful. Okay, those. I may find another one of these, but I am not going to try too hard finding them right now. Just a perfunctory glance here. Okay, so those are pretty. They have a kind of smoky gray. These are just a kind of a crystally round bead. I have a few charms here that are just, they make centerpieces, you know. The white stands out quite a bit to me. There's a bunch of tiny beads here, a bunch of teeny tiny beads. I'm not going to try to deal with those right now. Just the ones that stand out. Pretty blue, so pretty. I bet I could make a really nice combination there. Bracelets. I think my favorite kind of bracelets are charm bracelets. Such a, jingle girl. I like things that tinkle and jingle, like keys and keychains. Okay, so I needed a second bottle of those because there's so many. I wonder if I'll have to do the same thing with these. Such a gorgeous cobalt blue with some purple undertones. More of these kind of blue button beads there. Such a dark navy blue. The shape of donuts. Crystally round beads. Yeah, I definitely needed 2 bottles for those. I'm amazed how much keeps showing up, There's the whites. If I take all these out of the pile, it's gonna look all dark and black. for the orange colors. And a bunch of little tiny glass beads. Most of these are plastic. More of these wooden beads. See, I'm going to combine those. I put in the green with the white. Because I really don't think I have very many of those. It's funny how when you get your eye on one kind, you can't see the other ones. There's a bunch of white ones in here still, but these stone ones, they keep showing up. Must have been a big old package that I bought. It's either Michael's or Walmart. I did a shopping video at Michael's craft shop once. And I never attempted it again because there were just so many people in that store. Of course, I did that one when I lived out in Tennessee. And in Tennessee, to get to a big box store like that, like Michael's, I had to drive to a bigger city with a big homogenized store area, where they have all the big box stores and the most popular and famous restaurants like Olive Garden, and you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't ever heard that terminology, areas like that with all the big box stores and the popular restaurants is called an homogenized area of town. And we don't have that here in Susanville. I would have to drive to Reno, Nevada, and I would, if I didn't go to Reno, I would go to Redding, California, or Chico, California. And the thing, which is why I mentioned this, is that if you go to an area with the big box stores, an homogenized area of town, we're talking a big town, and the stores will be crowded. So it's rather difficult to manipulate, which is why you will see most of my videos made at Dollar Tree and Walmart, because those are the only places I can go here in town that doesn't have blaring music or a ton of people. So I got to go to Goodwill a couple of times because it was something happened to their PA system and the music was down. It was off. And oh my gosh, I marched in there and did 2 videos. 2 separate days. I came in and I said, "Is your music still off?" And they said, yeah, the radio's not fixed yet. And I was going, oh, thank God. So I got to make another one. Oh, the videos I could make at the Goodwill. If I could just get in there in a quiet time with no music playing. No such luck. In this day and age, it's just constant music. Constant. Loud. So loud. And not only loud, but it's this really up-tempo, obnoxious music. It's not mellow yacht rock or easy listening. It's not easy listening anymore. It's nerve-fraying. And I just can't let it play. I get a copyright strike on my video. Well, not a strike, but basically I don't make a penny off of it. It all goes, all the money I make from that video goes to the people who wrote the music. And I do believe that people who write music should get their money. But I'm not going to work that hard for somebody else. It looks like I'm getting somewhere, doesn't it? 2 bottles for this one. I knew there was going to be too many. If there's going to be 2 bottles of one kind, I guess I'll make sure that the extra bottle is the more opaque jar, because then we'll know that the overflow is in that one. And you'll see what I mean when I get towards the end of this video. Oh, I can't consolidate any of those. Maybe these. Yeah, those will go together okay. Like with like. I have to do something because I need an extra bottle. Okay, so now we have one that's in a clear bottle and one that's in an opaque bottle. You can kind of see through this. Not real great, but somewhat. Okay, I think I'm done with those. So now let's go ahead and put lids on and just organize what I've got. Okay, let me see if I can show you what I'm doing. The opaque bottles are the overflow, okay? There's only 3 of these kind. And I think that can stay in there. I think I can get the lid on. Just kind of put it sideways. Alright, so these are my shells. And I need 2 bottles for this because they won't all fit in there. So one in the clear. And then, wait, no, I've got to find an opaque bottle for this one. Yeah, I'll do it later. Okay, there's this one, and then there's this one. You know what, I think I can and go back over these beads again and consolidate more. And put more like with like. Okay, here's an opaque white. And here's the clear. See? These I consolidated, and that was smart. I can do that with more of them. I don't think I'm going to do a sequel to this, but you never know. I mean, it seems like a good system for organizing my beads. I just have to really consider if that's how I want to keep them. I don't know why I would change, because it's actually easier to put together a piece of jewelry. Oh, there's a bead in there. Okay, here's the opaque with those. And here's some. See, I could fit these beads in with the other beads that are similar, the wooden. But we'll see. See, I had more metal beads too. I could have put like with like in there. Alright, so see, there's these two that are alike. They should be together on the end. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, that goes together like that. Those like those. Okay, this is the brainstorm. Empty those out. Put that in there. Alright. So the extras of these go in the opaque bottle. See, that's more like it. That's what I was talking about. Alright. Now, see all these on the end have extras. And all of these are just single bottles. There's no overflow. So they can have their own clear. Let's see, those three go together. That has its own. This has its own. I love those beads. Love them. I don't have any specific way of lining these bottles up. I'm just putting them in a row and closing the lids. Now I think I have 2 bottles of this kind, so we're going to put it beside this one, the lid off. Okay. And this is the last one of those. Purple beads. So pretty. Isn't this nice and neat? I really might want to keep it this way. So we had extras of those, but it got 2 clear bottles of its own. Anyway, you guys, this is it, mostly. I so appreciate that you hang out with me today. Don't think there's anything else I'm gonna do. I think you can see most of the different kinds of beads just by looking down at these bottles. And I just wanted to make a little rattling noise before I go away here.